You are doing it. You are doing it. I have to give it up to myself. Listen, this is episode 10. Okay. Skip some days, not on purpose. So what should be like 20 days away? Thinking 20 days away from sabbatical. I have to recalculate. The last video that I recorded I attempted to record was on Saturday. Friday. I called myself Saturday, finally buckling down to do something different. Because every day I've been focusing on what's my bliss, right? What's my bliss? Well, my bliss Saturday, one of my blisses Saturday was that I challenged myself and I accepted the challenge to get a new phone. I'm going to tell you why this upgrade is important. Because she being me, has had an iPhone 11 Max Pro since 2016. So, your girl stepped into the 15 world, but that didn't really work out. So, she had to go back the next day and eventually get a 17. Saturday and Sunday, it felt like I was trying to leap, but I didn't even leap far enough. And it's almost like the universe was like, no, we want more for you. And I had to humbly accept. And I'm grateful because the quality is great. The quality of the phone is great. I can't lie. The quality is great. So I'm grateful to be in 2026 with y'all and a new phone. Okay. I mentioned that I am working on updating my technology. Of course, right now I'm practicing speaking to the camera because this YouTube channel really happened because of my friends. Like, I had a handful of friends saying, Tiffany, you going on a sabbatical. I want to be able to follow you or your adventures, this, that, and the other. So instead of just waiting till I left, I wanted to give myself the space to practice speaking to the camera. And I have no problem public speaking, but it's the being intentional about including people or being intentional about what you're recording, right? So even we are 2 days away from graduation. Clearly, my hair is done. My eyebrows are done because them first 8 videos looking very rough, okay? I got my nails did. Big deal. Only my 4th set of like extensions on my nails. I don't do extensions on my nails. I get my nails done just, a regular manicure or press-ons, but I don't like having extensive or like extra chemicals on my body. And all of this still gets into your bloodstream. So that's why I don't do it. But special times calls for special, activities. They're marble. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yes, you can, because the quality is amazing. Oh, so very excited for that. Let me step up to this because it's a little bit brighter if I'm closer. Saturday, I did the phone thing. I had a 520 and the 15 was like 128. Child, the phone would not work. So we had to go back and get another one. Sunday, I was doing my semi-pamper stuff. So I went to the nail shop, and it was like a luxury nail experience, which was really, really nice. And I fell asleep. I have never fallen asleep ever. This is the level of burnout that I'm at, because manicures and pedicures are not relaxing to me at all. I am hella ticklish, one. Two, I'm just so hyper aware of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But I fell asleep in the chair when I was getting my pedicure. Like, wow, never ever happened. So it was great. I'm gonna show little clips that had some cute little drinks. They gave complimentary drinks, and that was really nice. So Sunday I was also battling T-Mobile and Apple, trying to get the right phone. Got the right phone, and I couldn't record anything on Saturday because literally the phone that I had, the 15, couldn't do anything. Could not even take a picture. Okay, it was full. Sunday I was trying to navigate it the whole day, and I was just like, fuck this. So Monday I recorded something, and but I didn't post it right away. I did post it, but then I realized there was a part I needed to take out. So that is that. But the good thing, it's all good. The great thing is I am in Baltimore now. My graduation is in Baltimore, Maryland, because I'm graduating from the Morgan State University. And I'm just so excited. I'm really excited. I shared something with a friend yesterday that I want to share. I have been so extra in celebrating this doctorate achievement, and that is partially because, yes, I am very proud, but I was not celebratory at all for my master's. My master's was 2 years. This was 3 years. But my master's, I had so much grief and loss going on. That was my first time experiencing like death of people that actually was close to me. And then I had some really emotional experiences with my dad, as well as an ex that I was dating when I started grad school. And I think I just had a compilation of misery, of grief. And nobody could tell that I was in misery, because as always, I'm able to hold space for joy. I've always been able to hold space for opposing or antithetical, like, emotional experiences, right? So I can smile and connect to like joy and play, even if I'm really angry, or even if I'm sad, or even if I'm in grief. So that leads people to believe that you're just okay if externally this is all you're projecting, right? And so I just had so much sorrow during those 2 years that in a lot of ways I kind of blacked out. Like I was there, but not there. I feel like I was very much in a dissociated state when I was in my master's program. So by the time I got to graduation, like I really gave no fucks. I kind of didn't even want to go. My mother was like, absolutely not. And I'm like, yeah, okay, of course we're going to go. But it was no excitement. I didn't even do so not excited that I didn't even really do my hair. I just like brushed it back to go under my cap. That like there was really no preparation. I didn't like buy an outfit. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna wear whatever I have. Like let me just find somewhere for us to eat lunch. I really had no sense of enthusiasm or true like pride around it because I was just not in a harmonious place. But this time we're in a very, very different place. Very different place. And I just feel so full of joy. And it's not just my joy, it's my village joy too, because I have friends that are just, I'm so proud of you, and sending me gifts, and oh my gosh, my friend's about to be a doctor. Like, I have so many friends that are showing me love and celebrating with me that it just makes it even more yummier, so to speak. So I've been doing a countdown on a graduation countdown on my main Instagram, and just sharing little stories along the way, you know. And I'm grateful to be able to celebrate. I think that it's unfortunate when you don't have space to celebrate because life is happening, because you don't feel like you deserve it, right? And so I feel like this time that I'm taking to plan all these activities, to acknowledge my efforts, to acknowledge what I've done, it is beautiful. And that is just, I don't know, it just feels so special. I've met people who are like, oh yeah, well, doctorates are not big deals, or going to school is not a big deal, or this is not a big deal. And I feel like you don't really need to do anything beyond fucking just exist. So anytime you make effort towards joy, happiness, fulfillment, goal, elevating your life, contributing to society, anything you're doing to help make your community or the world a better place, I believe all of that deserves acknowledgement. I believe all of that deserves celebration. And if you minimize everything you're doing, then you're likely to minimize yourself. And if you're likely to minimize yourself, you're likely to minimize other people. And just walking around minimizing life is like, for me, no bueno. So do it big, do it large, do it loud. People are annoyed, people don't like it, people don't care, whatever. Because what people say is easy to do is just as easy to not do. And there's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And they never do. They never do. There's a lot of people living a life that they would want to trade in. And part of the reason is because they stopped dreaming, or they stopped going after things, or they stopped believing that there is possibilities that life could be some other way, you know. And I think that it is worth celebrating when people say, hey, I want this in life and I'm going to do this. This makes me happy. This brings me fulfillment, and I'm going to bring it into my space. I'm going to embody this life that I want. People giving themselves permission to cultivate, create, design the life that they want, I think is such a big deal, because it takes courage, even if it's little bitty things, right? Like, if you're like, oh, I want to dance. There's somebody that's there in life just saying, I want to dance. And then somebody that is actually going to dance classes. That person actually going to dance classes deserves to acknowledge that. Because it could be easy to say, oh, I want this, or I know that this would make me happy, and then never give any type of attention to it. So that's where I'm at. I feel like, of course, I know people, oh, what's next? What's next? So what are you now? Or what are you doing now? And like, all of those questions don't matter to me. Listen, right now I'm focused on walking the stage and celebrating with my amazing cohort and the people that I extra love in the cohort, and hugging my mentors, and just, I'm gonna cry. I already know, because that is me. But it also is just like the congratulations and celebration is also just a reminder that I'm closer to my sabbatical, because I am so ready to rest, y'all. I'm so ready to rest. I have like 2.5 more weeks of work. Oh, I'm really gonna miss many people on my team. I really am. Like, that sucks. And also, I look forward to not having to open up a laptop. I look forward to not having to look for an email, not having to draft an email, not having to like, I'm looking forward to not having to be available or responsible for anybody, and just sleep and get up, explore, eat, laugh, reflect, and then do it again, and then do it again. That is something I'm really looking forward to, because even though my brain is getting back on track, I still feel the impact of the burnout. Kind of brought me to today. So I got my hair did. Okay. And I got it done with a new loctician, and we have really great conversation. She's awesome, great energy. But she was talking about her experience with burnout. And I had mentioned, I was like, yeah, they say that it takes anywhere from 3, she's like, to 5 years to heal from it. Yeah, girl, I know. And she was basically like, I'm on year 3. And so we talked about what her experience with burnout was. And it's very similar to mine, just the state of physical and cognitive paralysis that you go to, that just seems so unexplanatory, and really nothing that you can do other than let time pass and just rest, And so that was really affirming, and I'm glad that I could talk to somebody, about that. One of my best friends, she also has experienced burnout. And so we have talked about that, with her. But I think that it is, when you really get to that limit, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I feel like the life is coming back in my face. I feel like the light is coming back in my eyes. Like, these are just little things that I could tell. And so I am looking forward to the insights, the growth, but the joy, the health, restoration that's going to come with this travel. I don't know, y'all. And I kind of love these nails. You see, I'm talking with them. I be doing that when I have nails. I be like, okay. It's just extension of expression. I really like these, though. I really like these. Don't know about continuously getting them, but I definitely like them. So I wanted to give y'all an update. I was trying to do this was funny. I was trying to do a pack or get ready for graduation with me video. I did not like how that came out. So we're going to try it again. When I get to my hotel, I am going to try to do another video, because the one I did not like. And that is a thing. Being able to put yourself on video, knowing that other people are going to watch, like, I don't think I realize how much courage that takes, because I think I'm used to doing like a talking video here and there. But like the whole get ready with me, or let me show you something, like I'm showing you my whole body. I'm like, you're examining what I'm wearing. Like, it was a whole thing for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready because I like this outfit. What if somebody else don't like this outfit? But also knowing, I don't really as of today, I'm very grateful. I have 6 followers or 6 subscribers. But it's not like a lot of people is like seeing this, So I think that, but it's still just a thing, that feels weird because where my brain goes, my brain goes to anything that you add online is your digital footprint, and you don't know who is going to come across your stuff. Okay, even people that you really don't want watching your stuff. So it just opens you up. It makes you vulnerable to so much criticism and just perception of others, and I think that you have to a degree be able to ignore that and have thick skin. I don't really put myself out there in a way that I would have to build that up, but I guess if I'm sharing certain parts of me, then maybe. I'm also kind of thinking about what are the creative ways that I can vlog without always having to talk into the camera, right? So I think especially when I am doing camping and stuff, like we're going to have more voiceovers, me just taking video of stuff and like putting it together. I think that is where the beginning of my creative digital storytelling is going to be. I'm just going to start capturing things and putting them together. So you might see me starting to do that and just kind of play with that because that's where we are, playing and exploring and trying new things, and part of that is creatively, artistically. So that's where we are.